All right guys, Tony here with Big Buildings Direct. Today we are going to talk about the different styles of metal buildings. We have front entry garages, side entry garages, utility buildings, garages with lean-tos, commercial buildings, and everything in between. So today we want to go over what you're using your building for, what type of space you have, and what's going to be the most cost-effective yet useful building for you guys. Starting out with the most simple, easy, basically when everybody thinks of a garage, we think of a front entry garage. Driving in that gabled end, you've got 2-car garage right there. Typically it's gonna be 12 foot wide up to 30 foot wide if you're looking for that decent sized 2-car garage. The only bad thing about a 2-car garage that's front entry is going to be you're limited on the width that the trusses can go. So 12 to 30 wide is gonna be your standard building, and then up to 70 foot wide is where we go into those commercial grade structures. The cost is gonna wanna limit you on those right there. So if you're looking for something more cost effective with more garage doors than say 2 or 3-car garage, you're gonna wanna go with a side entry garage. And why I love side entry garages is they're going to be considered the most cost effective style of garage. Basically, you're using the same truss, say a 24 foot wide or a 30 foot wide truss throughout that whole entire building. And what that does is it allows you to essentially have, say, 3-car garage and then put a nice office space right there for you. So very usable, and also the nice thing about a side entry garage is they're probably the fastest garages that we can install. Super simple for our install teams, and basically just alleviates a lot of the stress for you guys whenever you're getting a building installed. We're gonna go into also now what we call a garage with a lean-to. Basically what a garage with a lean-to is going to be a front entry or a side entry garage, but you just want that little bit of extra space. With the garage with a lean-to, typically the lean-to is going to be open to the elements, but it's gonna be covered from rain, snow, debris, and things like that. So it's something that you would wanna store, say, a lawnmower, a tractor, heavy-duty equipment, or hay for horses or anything of that nature. A nice garage with lean-to really does the trick. After that, we're gonna go into probably my favorite style of metal building, and that's what I'm sitting in right here, is a metal barn. Basically, a center section of the metal building can be, say, 12 to 70 foot wide, but then what we do is we add lean-to on this side, a lean-to on this side, drop those down, give it a real nice dynamic look, something that you see out of the magazines and all that stuff. Why I love the barns with the lean-tos are going to be, they are cost effective, they are going to pass all your local codes for engineering and everything, but probably the most thing I love about them is you can separate the sections. So your center section is where you drive your RV in. Say your center section's 16 foot tall, 30 foot wide. You drive a nice RV in, you can slide out the slide outs, do everything you wanna do. But just like in my barn right here, I have my race room over here. I have a nice little hangout spot over there, and I can really separate my building the way I want. I can close in certain sections that I don't want dirty, and I can leave sections that are open to the elements in other areas. Barns are also going to be pretty versatile, and you're going to be able to really customize a barn the maximum way you'd like to. So your center section of your barn could be closed in or fully open, and your lean-to could be fully enclosed, or this lean-to could be fully enclosed. So you're able to customize everything from start to finish the most on a metal barn. Now, when you're looking for the big mamba jamba, the biggest buildings that you can get, you call those a commercial grade building. These are going to be buildings used for big warehouses. They're going to be used for production facilities, anything that you're going to be using a high volume and a big company, you're going to want to use a commercial building. We can use those at residential purposes for some people. If you are looking to store a lot of things, then I would suggest going with the commercial building. And why I really like commercial buildings is they're going to be built for the longevity of your guys' life cycle. Essentially, they're going to be beefed up in the engineering spectrum. They're gonna have ladder legs, ladder trusses. They look absolutely amazing. If you're wanting to store a bunch of RVs, or you have a couple RVs, side-by-sides, big heavy equipment, I would highly suggest checking out our commercial buildings. Last but not least, want to touch on what we call is a utility building. Essentially, a utility building is going to be like a standard garage, but what we do is we extend the overhang and the roof line throughout the whole entire building. The back section of a utility building is oftentimes used for storage, a workshop, things of that nature. And then the front section is going to be just a standard open carport. A lot of people really like these because they're probably one of the most budget-friendly styles of garages. And they also provide a multitude of uses and really make for an awesome garage in your backyard. The style of your metal building, simply put, is the most important part of the whole metal building project. What you're gonna be using it for is as important as what you're gonna be building. So when you guys are looking to get the style of your metal building, make sure you take into account the land, what you're using it for, and everything in between. At the end of the day, this is gonna be something you live with for the rest of your life, and you wanna make sure that it fits your needs and fits your family needs the best way possible. Guys, this is Tony here with BigBuildingsDirect.com, here to give you the information you need so that you can get the metal building of your dreams.